Alright, welcome to the finals of this month's MSEM GP. Seems like I'll have to commentate by myself for now, but yeah, our finalists are Zangy on Ninjas, aka the deck. They also beat me in the quarterfinals, and we have Lai on Reshaper combo, which is a colorless artifact. I guess it's mid-rangey. Like they have mid-rangey things that they can do, but it's like colorless artifact value mid-range combo deck. And it's kind of hard to describe the deck without seeing it in action first. But it seems like both players have played tap lands on turn one. Wait, is this no? It's not tap land, but so Zangy is playing a Satrapy mana base, which does mean that they have a tap land on turn one. But Lai is going to play out Zealot, and so Zealot, when it comes in, you archive 3, which means that you get an additional library. One of the many weird mechanics are in MSEM. And Lai is going to run out unmarked vials on turn 1. So they actually did have an option here between Ageless Wanderer and unmarked vials. They decided to run out unmarked vials instead. I'm assuming it's to up the artifact count. I don't think it really matters which one they run out on turn 1. Like, they're mostly similar. They just want to get out. They just want to like expand the board with artifacts. Meanwhile, Zangy plays out Monument, which is a linchpin of their deck. Basically, it lets them so taps and then puts in a 2-drop for free, and it's an instant speed. So that like having this card down just enables so much of their deck, because now Zangy can just drop down 2-drops at instant speed, and there's lots of broken things you can do when you can drop down 2-drops at instant speed for free. Lai is going to run out Mine Researcher, so that thing has Artifact Vision, which has text, but really it's just when it enters, you get to flip the top card, and then so it's like it's Surveil 1 plus you get a counter if it's an artifact. And Lai's deck is full of artifacts, so it's going to hit very often. And oh yeah, Macama, so you can envision your additional library, which you know the top card of, and yeah, that guarantees you to find an artifact, and Lai bins that. I do wonder though, maybe it was better to run out Ageless Wanderer turn 1, because then you get a better envision going out. You get a better envision next turn, because this thing triggers on whenever another artifact, or whenever an artifact enters, and Unmarked Vial makes 2 artifacts enter. So maybe like Lai could have run out Ageless Wanderer on 1, and then Mine on 2, and then try to run out Unmarked Vials on 3. Lai also has the option of just running out Dead Man's Hand right now to get another trigger. And I think they probably should do that, just because why not? So Lai can point the vision at the additional library, but they're not going to do that because I guess they want to draw Cradle of War next turn. Cradle of War also is a pretty important card for the deck. Actually, both players are playing like Aether Vial-esque cards. Zangy on Monument, which puts in 2-drops for free, and Lai on Cradle, which puts in artifacts that are 3 or less for free. Or I mean, for free when they have enough artifacts, which will always happen, basically. And Zangy is going to do end of turn Monument in the Profane Emissary, and that immediately fetches Polypools, so Zangy is immediately swinging with a 4/4, and that also gets land drop for a turn. I mean, that's quite good. Lai is going to take 4 in the face, because Mountain Researcher is just a 2/2 right now. And Zangy is going to pass, I guess, with Fulfill the Contract up, so that thing can deal with 2 damage right now. Does Zangy have anything to oh yeah, they have Miralai to Monument in end of turn. Unfortunately, Miralai doesn't actually have the best fetch target available right now, because Zangy has Seraphina's Gift in their hand right now, and that's usually what you want to fetch with Miralai, but Miralai can also fetch Monument, so like it's still not that bad as a backup option to fetch Monument with Miralai. So now Lai decides to draw the Jade Temple. I mean, they do need lands, but at the same time, well, they have plenty of plays. So Tinker's Tools, Endra Bodega, and Deadman's Hand. So Lai has access to the combo kill right now, or at least access, because so they have the Spirited Artifact, they have Deadman's Hand, and they have a way to tutor for Dimensional Reshaper. So Zangy needs some way of preventing Lai from just winning here, because I don't think Zangy can kill Lai from 16 just like in the next few turns, and I don't think any of Zangy's cards actually interact with Lai's combo. So Lai just has to play out their cards, and they should be golden. Fulfill the contract on Mine Researcher to kill that thing before it grows anymore. I mean, that's a fair play. It's not like Zangy really had anything else to be doing right now. So Best of Forwards makes this thing untapped. So it can't block on the same turn, but it's untapped, which means that Zangy can't swing through next turn. So they can put in Miralai, but that's really all they can do right now. And Miralai can't really swing through right now. And Zangy, is there anything for Zangy to fetch off Profane? I suppose Profane Emissary can fetch Shinrei. Like that's a demon, and that. But the problem is that Shinrei doesn't really do that much right now. Yeah, Zangy's really thinking about what to do here because they're staring at a 5/5. I don't think Zangy's really thinking about the possibility of Lai having access to the combo soon. And it's not like Lai can actually have access to the combo in a single turn. So there will be at least some setup and some forewarning of the combo happening. But yeah, Zangy needs to deal with the 5/5 right now. And Zangy does decide to fetch with Profane Emissary. I suppose, I mean, Shinrei can't really do anything right. Or, Mirrorlight is a rogue, technically. Oh, Zangy swings out. So I guess Light has to decide between either blocking the rogue or blocking Profane Emissary. And Shinrei is going to ninjutsu, or I mean deception. Yeah, not ninjutsu, it's deception. And deception lets them sack the Mirrorlight, and that gets Mirrorlight back in hand. Huh. That actually, yeah, that's a pretty interesting play. I mean, that does let Zane get through and not lose anything, but the problem is that that still doesn't interact with Lai's combo, and that's another Tinker's tool to fetch out the combo pieces. Lai's definitely just sitting pretty right now. They just need to drop the Tinker's tools, and there's nothing that Zane can really do to prevent the combo from happening. Well, actually, it's not that simple. They need to fetch Dimensional Reshaper, and then they need to get a Spirited Artifact to enter the battlefield, which they can do with the second Tinker's tools, or just from hands and Red Bodega. But yeah, like there's certainly things going on right now. Lai is going to start by playing out Tinker's tools. So Lai has access to 3 mana for Tinker's tools this turn. They could just hold that up, and then so that lets them sack for +1. They can Tinker's tools away the Ubista Forge to fetch a Dimensional Reshaper. And I mean that's probably the correct play here. They do that, and then next turn they drop Andrew Bodega and they just win. Yeah, but Lai's not doing that. They're tapping J Tempo for some reason. They're playing out another Tinker's tools. I don't think Zangy has a main deck way of dealing with Tinker's tools, right? Let me check their deck. Yeah, I don't think they have a main deck way of dealing with Tinker's tools, so I don't know why I needed to drop the second one. And oh, they're animating Transplanted Citadel and swinging for an absolute a large amount of damage. As I does the end of turn monument, so they get to choose between these two guys, but none of the options are very good right now. I mean, Light is tapped out right now, so they do get to swing in with Miralai. That fetches another monument, but I'm not exactly sure what extra monuments does for Zangy right now. Well, I mean, Zangy certainly is going to swing in. So that fetches the second monument. Unfortunately, there's not much to. Oh, after damage machinery trigger on the stack. There's definitely lots of tricky things happening right now. So they're going to sack Miralai and bring it back. Okay, I mean, I guess that lets Zangy quote unquote untap Miralai. I'm still not sure what this does exactly. I guess they're using Miralai to chump block now. Light is down to 10, which is, I mean, that's not that much life when opponent has a 4/4 lifelinker. But I mean, on the other hand, you're being down with way more damage than the opponent is putting up, right? Or I still think it was probably better for Light to just try to go for the hi there, Ange. You're here now.
Yes.
Okay. So do you need to be updated on what's happening right now?
Probably.
Okay, so this is game 1.
Okay, definitely.
This is game 1, and I think game 1 is going to end very soon. Can you tell who's favored right now?
I think Glay is favored here.
I think you would be correct, in my opinion, and I don't think it's
mean,
very much
looking
of
at this board position, you've got combo if you can sack these tools. You have super commanding with the construct and citadel. Zangy's at 3. Like, I think you have this game in the bag here, pretty much. Though Premisary is annoying, so it's going to be big with pools. Gaijin
actually,
is also going to come down, which is big for Zangy.
well, does Lai have any blockers right now? I guess
No.
can they activate Transplanted
If they
Citadel for
cast
free?
Ageless Wanderer. Oh wait, they can play Transplanted. They can now. They have one, and if they play Ageless Wanderer here, they'll have another.
Yeah, and then that means Zane can't attack through for lethal. Because like
Yeah,
not playing out blockers here could actually because Lai doesn't know what's in Zang's hand. Like Zang could have like 2
I
profane
think it's
emissaries.
correct to play Wanderer here. Yeah.
I mean, what else are you doing with your mana, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What's Lai
How
thinking
long
about?
has this been going for, by the way?
Can't you just see the can't you see the timer? Like I have my own custom build
Yeah.
Cockroach that doesn't have the timer, but I'm pretty sure you don't have my custom build. So
Oh yeah, it's 18 minutes.
yeah. Oh, live
Why does your
passes.
cockatrice not have the timer?
What?
Why does your cockatrice not have the timer?
Because I was tired of editing out the timer every time, so I just got rid of it.
Why were you editing it out?
Because I don't
Oh,
like.
because the auto editor?
Yeah, because it looks weird when the timer just like randomly or the timer
I
speed is
just left it
inconsistent.
in. I don't like rewatch my videos, so I just like didn't even notice it, to be honest.
Yeah, this is a blinking contest. Is that supposed to be a pun or because nobody because
It's meant to be a staring contest.
well Zangy
Is
does
this
run blink,
staring?
right?
I think they mean like a blinking contest, as in like you say it's a staring contest, right? So it's like the opposite.
Oh yeah, good point.
Or maybe they meant it as a staring contest, because honestly, I couldn't tell if it's the staring contest or the opposite here.
Zangy can Jejune now. Wait, is that
It isn't a game because of Citadel.
oh what do you oh yeah, right, transplanted. I mean it still swings over for a bunch. So like
I mean, that's still 6 in the air, right?
yeah, so like Lai would be forced to chump, so they can't fetch Dimensional Reshaper this turn if they want to survive. Do they have enough to fetch
How
Dimensional
many
Reshaper?
artifacts do they have? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they can fire up Citadel for free.
I mean, I think the right play here is to just play out like Blood Price out to June and swing with everything and force the opponent to.
Which do you blood price out it out on top of? Shinrei or Premisary? I think it's Shinrei here, right?
Yeah, because that forces lethal unless the opponent does something. But you really don't want to lose Shinrei because how else are you winning? Zhang is
Yeah,
really
I know
hitting.
Tinker's Tools is also like super awkward because Lit has literally their entire deck at their disposal here.
Why is
They can reach.
yeah? Why is Tinker's Steel's instant speed, by the way?
I don't know. You tell me.
Because I'm pretty sure Color of Hunger are like okay, let's see if I have this thing working. Color of
Let me
Hunger.
check Lit's deck list. Because another thing Lai can do here is fetch another forge, right?
Oh
To
yeah,
make a big
but
to make a massive blocker.
it
But
can't
Jaden
block.
got flying.
No, Beast Forge token can't block in the same turn. Like Pip actually designed for that. But yeah, Color of Hunger is sorcery speed only. So I don't know why Tinker's Tool gets to be instant speed. I mean, hey, Council, if you're looking for ways to nerf this deck, maybe think about making Tinker's Tool sorcery speed so that you're not trying to play around end step fetch your combo piece. Yeah, but Zane does make the play that we expect them to. Oh, they're not swinging out Profane Emissary. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. They need to keep back Profane to block, but that means that Zane also isn't forcing lethal this turn, so Lai doesn't need to actually block this turn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I mean, Transplanted Citadel is free to activate, so they just put up Transplanted Citadel, block the June, get the trade off, and then before damage, they sack the Tinker's Tool and fetch Dimensional Reshaper by sacking Vista Forge. That's the play, probably. I think.
Yeah, I'm back. By the way, I
Okay,
disappeared.
yeah. So, Ange, I have a question.
Yeah,
Why is Color of Hunger sorcery speed only, but Tinker's Tool gets to be instant speed?
all of the what?
Color of Hunger.
Color of Hunger. Oh,
You can look up the card yourself, right?
who designed Tinker's Tools?
It's from it's from AFM.
Aftermath.
That's like one of the first sets. Yeah, that was one of the
Yeah,
original sets in MSEM. Has that card been
let
changed
me
at
check
all?
on Instapaper. I can't remember who designed AFM.
I mean, you can just look it up on Instigator.
Okay, it's Korakos.
I don't think they're in the community anymore.
They also did Kali's Duran
Yeah, they're like from the same
and
block.
Tides of War.
It's like the initial set.
Or at least a card in Tides of
Wait,
War.
wait. Okay, look at the change. Go look at the change logs on Tinker's Tools,
Yeah, let
2017.
me check.
Like go into Instigator and look at the change log.
Wait, this was originally just tap? Sorry, X tap. I'm sorry, what?
What are you not? Wait, didn't you see like ban in MSEM? Did you like?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So maybe maybe
Wait, did they nerf and ban it on the same date? What?
yeah. I mean that makes sense. So
What do you mean you nerfed and banned it on the same date?
huh.
Okay, Tank Tool Sash Forge, I assume fetch Reshaper here?
Yeah, that's probably what's happening.
Sadly, we can't get an instant speed Reshaper combo here. Actually, can we? No, we can. This is
How?
instant speed Reshaper combo, right?
What's?
Oh no, 1 minute short. Never mind.
Yeah, you don't have 1 mana Spirited Artifacts. That would make the deck even more broken.
Yeah.
I made the
Okay.
Citadel before.
Citadel getting animated.
Yep.
So yeah.
I think Zangy probably sacks the pull-up pools to give Jejun indestructible. Actually, maybe Zangy should have
I
sacked
think you're
pull-up.
supposed to. Actually, no. Never mind. Maybe like what I was thinking is maybe you sack before blocks to
Yeah, give flying.
yeah, get flying and get your guaranteed hit in, because now you're gonna sack it anyway if flag blocks, and there's just like no point, right?
I guess like you were Zangy was hoping that light doesn't block. No, that doesn't make sense. No, it makes sense.
Because if you're hoping they don't block, just like sack the thing.
What is light
Okay.
doing right now?
Oh, they're giving Zealot the Citadel activated ability, so
Oh,
that Zealot can
right,
get
you can do
animated.
that.
It's still a land. It is indeed still a land.
Does that do anything? Isn't Jejun
Well,
already?
yeah, Zangy just gives Jaden flying here, right?
Is this before blocks?
But then Lai still has Reshaper combo on their turn, so none of this matters. So
Well, no. Is this if it's post blocks, then basically doing this lets transplanted Citadel survive, right? Or the Zangi's so
oh
Citadel
yeah,
becomes.
Zealot with no archive. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. Never mind.
Well, the good
It
news
doesn't.
for
That
Lai, at least, is that
that is a misplay. That kind of sucks.
don't worry, Lai still wins next turn. So there's that, right? They
You
still
would
have.
call a judge here? I don't know. They still have a Reshaper combo. It's perfectly fine here, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
Lai's just giving Zangy some hope before wrecking them. Or I mean, they're just showing off they're giving Zhang an opportunity to show off their rules knowledge
Fair.
and giving the viewers what they wanted to see, which is weird rules interactions with weird cards from MSEM. So are they? They're still resolving the thing right now. It seems like.
Yeah.
And wait, did the block
And
not go
now
through?
Zlime just keeps it, and then Reshaper combos, and game's over.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally lethal on board, so.
Would you call it lethal if it's a combo kill?
I don't know.
I mean, do Doomsday players call it do Thassa's Oracle players call it a lethal when they try to go for the combo win? Oh, Lies still thinking about something. I guess they're expecting Zane to monument out something right now.
Okay. Well, Zangy has nothing, so this is just lethal, I
Well,
believe.
Lai
Or
doesn't know that Zane has nothing.
whatever.
Oh, hey, look.
Yeah, Lai doesn't know that, but I think you just have to go for it. Like, what else are you doing here?
Yeah.
Bodegaing?
Hey, look. Both players
I
drew
guess
their
Bodega.
both players drew their Seraphina's gifts.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You know the funny thing? Seraphina's gift is being played in both of the finalists.
Clearly,
I think this card is kind of messed up. And so is the unearthed version of it that, like, apparently just existed and no one's been playing.
Well, that's because no one tried to build an Unearth after Black Red Unearth got nerfed.
I did many times.
Wait, what's the counters for?
So did Amethyst.
What's going on?
What?
They're tracking mana, I think. Yeah, they're tracking.
Oh, that's mana tracking. Yeah, that makes sense. Bodega. Like, what does Zangy have here? Am I missing something, or are they like bluff?
Zane's bluffing.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Liz gonna go for the combo. Li's gonna go for the combo in this game.
And that's a GG.
Okay, game 1 goes to Reshaper. I want Reshaper to win because I like Reshaper, and I also want Reshaper.
I want Reshaper to win because Zane beat me in the quarterfinals.
I want Reshaper to win so I don't ever have to commentate a game with that deck again. And also, it'd be really funny if it like got nerfed and then got new cards and then won again.
Well,
that'd be really fun.
Anyways, time to go to sideboards. So, whose sideboard do we want to look at first?
I guess Lies.
Sure. So they got. What do you think, Zane? Or what do you think, Ange? Hold Steady Engine.
I think we're going to hold steady for Monument. Yeah.
Is there anything else that's good? Shiny Crusader. The opponent has way too many ways to give stuff unblockable, right? You don't need to bring in Shiny Crusader here.
Yeah, I don't think you want Crusader in this matchup. Maybe you take Imperial Silks, but I doubt it. I think just hold steady. Maybe a Claymore if you really want.
Yeah.
But actually, no, you don't bring in Claymore without Crusader or Mechanamine, so probably just hold steady.
And meanwhile, Zangy has a way better sideboard against the opponent, so they get to bring in their wait, where
and conspiracy.
wait, where's their did they not run where's their artifact hate? Am I looking at the wrong deck?
No, their artifact hate is Aberrant Apostle in the main deck.
Oh, wait, why did I think they were running that cleric thing? What's it called again? The cleric thing that the 2/2 cleric that exiles an artifact on each. Oh, I think it's because I was playing against some other deck. Okay, well, anyways, yeah, they got main deck artifact hate.
I think you're talking about Anointed Cursebreaker, right?
Yeah, Anointed Cursebreaker, which I
I
guess
feel like you
Chumpek was on.
should run Anointed Cursebreaker in this deck.
No, I think you bounce your guys way too much for Anointed to be useful. But yeah, so
But like,
do you bring in Silent
I don't know. I think it's
Hypnotist?
better than conspiracy, probably.
So Silent Hypnotist, right? That definitely comes in.
Yeah. If this lands, Lie's gonna need an out, which is actually a reason for Lie to bring in Crusaders and Researchers, just so it's easier to do the beatdown if this card does come down.
Fair, but maybe you just want to focus more on the combo. Actually, no, Zank gets a lot of disruption post board, right? They get Silent Hypnotist,
Yeah.
they get Conspiracy of Ravens. Does Kaido do anything? It phases out the artifact.
Kaido faces out Reshaper.
It doesn't hit lands anymore, right?
No.
Yeah, so I guess it's just Silent Hypnotist and Conspiracy. Is Blackfeather Cleric any good? It's probably not, right?
Blackfeather Cleric is bad in this matchup, probably.
Yeah. And then I guess you just remove the creature removal.
Also crazy, like Graveyard. Compare this to Graveyard Trespasser. Like,
Well, Graveyard
I don't
Trespasser is
know.
3 mana.
It does have Ward as well, and
Yeah.
it's a 2/2, but like 2 mana is such a difference, and it also can grow.
This card's been surprisingly less good than I
Yeah,
imagined it,
it
though.
looks so good, but I haven't really seen it quote unquote go off, you know?
Yeah. And I think both players are still boarding right now. Well, they're definitely having a chat in the chat. So
There's a lot of mind games here.
there's lots of bantering right now.
Yeah.
What does it say? Oh, well,
Okay,
that
well-
started.
Starting.
All right, so let's see if Lai can 2-0 this game.
I'm praying because I don't want to watch a long game 3.
That's
Because I know Reshaper games take a long time, especially ones in finals where you really don't want to mess up, you know?
Can Zhang afford to keep this hand?
Keep 7 and pray. I mean, this hand is amazing if you draw land 2. If you don't, you're just screwed.
Zhang's on the play. I don't think you can
I
afford
mean,
to keep
you have
this.
2 lands, actually. I think you keep this.
Wait, how do you get your second land?
Apostle.
Oh, right, that thing's a land. I forgot. Right.
I think you just keep this.
Okay, Zhang.
Lie's hand is very questionable. 5-lander. I think you just mulligan this. Maybe Zealot could give you some options, but I think Reshaper does not want to keep 5-landers.
Well, Lai decides to keep it. So how? So
I mean,
why are
you
your
have a lot of mana.
so out of 100? How would you assign points to both players right now?
I think Zangy has a better chance this game.
I mean, yeah, I agree too. But how much of a better chance do you think Zhang has right now?
I'd say like 70-30 maybe.
Well, I wouldn't put it that extreme because I think Lai definitely has live top decks, but yeah, it's not looking
If
that
Lai
good.
can top deck, like I think Zangy's top decks don't matter nearly as much as Lai's here. So
And
yeah,
Zhang
you're right.
does get an untapped monument turn 2, so
You can monument in your Marilia, fetch a gift, and then you just are off to the races.
yeah, monument mana fixing you is really nice in this deck.
Yep.
So Lai, they're just going to do Zealot turn 1, right? That's usually what you do, just to
Then you
see.
go Zealot Vials, probably.
Yeah, let's see
Hope
if
they get a critical.
That's another Mechanist.
That's a lot of dig. It also turns on Civilized for Sen of Culture.
Does Lai have Civilized available next turn? They do, right? Yeah,
believe
so they
so.
can Mechanist on turn 2.
Wait, how?
Zealot, center.
They
Oh
want-
wait, no
they want a
creatures,
creature.
right?
Yeah, not creature without. Once you play Mechanist, you get a creature to enable Civilized.
I'm not sure if you want to
Well,
make
I
a
mean,
creature. You might just want the
I
minus
guess
2.
you're glad you cleared those top decks at least with Zealot.
Yeah, I mean it's the same fallacy as Mill, but you definitely feel better about yourself when you get to not draw your lands, and that's a land for next turn.
Also, like, the main difference is also like with Zealot, you just can, if you mill something good, you just draw it.
That's a Cradle War.
Well, I mean, you surely just go Cradle pass here, and then next turn you're popping off.
Well, not if the opponent has anything to say about it.
Zangy I think Zangy is going to Hypnotist on Cradle here,
I mean, that's
which I think is good for you here.
yeah. I mean, that's Cradle is one of the least impactful things you can hypnotist right now. I feel like because at least it's not impacting your value engines.
Zangy did Hypnotist Cradle in their last matchup, so that's what I'm going off of.
They might just run
But
out.
they also had 2 Hypnotists, so that probably influenced it.
I think they just want to run out Miralai into an empty
Yeah,
board.
Morelia here into Gift, yeah. Because you can just Hypnotist on your turn.
I mean, you don't have the mana to do that. Oh well, now you do.
Well, with Monument is what I meant. But yeah, surely just go like Primary here. Maybe you can go for Iron Warden.
You might actually want to fetch a second monument. No, I think Seraphine's Gift is definitely just better
No,
here.
I think Gift is correct
Yeah.
here. Yeah, it's just so much card selection and advantage.
And
Oh, fetches the second monument.
interesting.
Interesting.
I guess they want to get out in their entire hand this turn.
Maybe they'll go for Persecutor next turn, but
Iron Warden. Interesting.
whoa, I expected Primary.
I think what Zangy wants to do is Cyclone Hypnotist in response to a spell, and then screw Lie.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to go for Gift there because you already spent one of your Artifact Enchantment hates, and you kind of want to spend your Hypnotist on something that isn't just the combo. So, like, I think you are just supposed to fetch a Gift there to try and find more of your hate pieces.
I mean, on the other hand, yeah, actually, I think you convinced me. Well,
So you also only have 3 2s in hand. Like, it's not even like you have 4 in hand and you need to play them all out. Soul Synthesizer's a really good draw here. Let's get some more selection for Cradle. So here you go, what?
Cradle only.
Zealot, Soul Synth, Cradle, and Mechanist.
Cradle only counts other artifacts, so it's not free right now.
Yeah, it'll be free if you play Soul Synth, though. Then you can go Cradle and Mechanist, then play your second Center of Culture, tap them both for 4 mana, use one of that to crack Soul Synth, and if you really want, play second. Okay, it goes for Workshop instead of the second Center of Culture.
I mean,
I guess it's less of a, like, I lose my access to a soul land if my creature dies. Especially with this Iron Warden out, I guess.
Also, I'm pretty sure Lie would rather minus with Mechanist right now. I mean, I guess they need to put things on board, but like they know they're not stopping Miralai from swinging if Zangy really wants to. They're going to Cradle out the Mechanist. So Zangy... Oh, actually, due to how priority works, yeah, Zangy needs to monument in the Hypnotist before Lie shows the Mechanist, or else Mechanist will be able to activate before Hypnotist comes down, right?
So, yeah, what needs to... So, yeah, I think that's right. You have to do it in response, name Mechanist.
So Zangy's going to do a blind Hypnotist. Let's see if Zangy gets the correct thing.
Oh, they put in Primary.
Does that... No, they're just doing both things right now. All right, let's see if Zangy names the correct thing.
The correct thing is to name... Okay, names... But, like, that works. I think, like, Lie kind of gets screwed over if you name Mechanist here, but there's no way for Zangy to know that they have 2 Mechanists.
So I guess you minus with this Mechanist, and then you zero the other one?
Yeah.
Can you play another mechanic?
No, but the problem is you have to zero this one to be able to play the other. Oh no, because of Workshop.
Nope, they're still going to zero.
Huh.
What? Do they have anything else to do with their mana?
Can you just like crack Soul Synth, try and find something?
Can they? They can't use Kelly Thron's Workshop mana on Soul Synths.
No. So they'll crack it with Zealot mana, I assume, and then spend 3 mana on it ideally, but. If it's Tinker's tools, you get to sack
they're using center.
Whatever you want.
They're using Center of Culture, or yeah, they did zero to enable center. So what can they flip to answer the Sport State right now?
Reshaper doesn't play creature removal, right? They're just kind of you can't combo.
I guess you can try to get a really big thing on board. Oh wait, they did board
it in the. Wait, you can't reveal that?
Oh yeah, good point. Do we need to do a judge call? Oh, well, I realized. Yep. Wait, is that outside? I think you were supposed to call a judge there.
Oh.
Well, the good news is that this is the last game of the GP, so I don't think you can get any game losses from doing this.
I'm already out of the GP.
I mean, they could sign you back in to give you a DQ.
They can bring. I assume the game loss would just carry over to next GP,
So you just lose your first game automatically.
and then I'd lose my second and drop as always.
Wait, are they not pinging any judges? So are we? I'm pretty sure they're
Should
supposed
we
to ping
ping
a judge.
I'll just ask. But I think this is just like a valid fix in this situation.
Yeah, but I think you're still supposed to ping a judge just so that they know that you did this. Also, by the way, if you're on the new Cockroach version, there's an action to put the bottom X cards of your deck somewhere, just so you know.
I don't think they might not be.
Are people not on the latest version of Cockroach? We worked so hard on it.
No, apparently not, Ricky. Apparently not. You know, I was on I didn't even know there were beta versions until you mentioned it.
I mean, it's fine because I found out recently that there's actually a pretty big memory leak bug in the latest version of latest release version of Cockatrice.
Oh,
Yeah.
in the release version?
Yeah. In the individual deck storage, basically the decks that get basically the memory leak bug is that the decks that get loaded never get destroyed. So if you just reload the visual deck storage, the old decks are still loaded in memory. So yeah, if you just keep refreshing visual deck storage while you have lots of decks, that's going to cause problems. Yeah. See, this is what happens when you don't have. This is what happens when you only have 3 developers.
This is what happens when Ricky helps program something.
Hey, it's not actually my fault this time. Someone else made the visual deck storage.
The fact that there are people calling stuff in the Cockatrice Discord a Ricky crash should be concerning to you, probably.
That's just because I report more than my fair share of crashes because I actually use Cockatrice pretty frequently.
Fair. Oh wait, I have a crash I should have probably reported. Let me actually do that after this is done.
Yeah, that'd be appreciated.
I forgot to report it. Zach, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
I don't think Zach's watching this.
I don't think Zach even cares what MSEM is.
I mean, I think they care slightly because I keep mentioning it, but
they only care because of you.
Oh, I didn't realize Persecutor of Truth is a demon.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice synergy.
Whoa, I crashed 3 times yesterday. Oh, sorry, 2 days ago. 4, no, not 3, 4 times. 3 of them in the same minute. You need to see that. How does this happen?
Well, should we actually talk about what's going on in the game?
We probably should.
Okay, so Miralai dies, and Profane MS3 dies, and Macaz dies.
Everything dies.
Oh, Persecutor.
Well, Persecutor brings back Premissary and your gaming.
Wait, why did you... I mean, yeah, that makes the attack really good for Zangy. I'm not sure if Lai could prevent that from happening. Like, they could choose not to block.
If you draw something with mana value 2 here, which you don't, it's awesome. But now Lai will have to play around something because you have it in the card.
Yeah, Monument puts the fear of instance in your opponent. Especially
with Hypnotist and Aberrant Apostle being in the deck. It's pretty hard to play around those 2 in Reshaper. So Lai might play scared and mess some stuff up here. Okay, Soul Synthesizer is a huge start. So I think the first thing you do is just Cradle and Mechanist minus.
Yeah, I guess that's probably what you wanted. Or is there anything better to Cradle in? Like, Mechanist is the best thing you can Cradle, right?
Yeah. And then if you find Shining Crusader, you're like insanely happy.
Does Shining Crusader even prevent the onslaught by that much?
Not like the thing is, Zangy isn't going to be able to kill you with this current board, and you just like block something every turn, and Zangy can't do anything. And then you also have your massive construct.
Right. Yeah.
So you've kind of reached a point where combat stalled, and then eventually you can get to the later part of the game and then just beat down with constructs or with Crusader. At least that's how I see it.
You're saying that Lai is really favored right now?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
I think I won't be really favored, but like decently favored.
Yeah, I would say the same now that you mentioned it.
So yeah, I think boarding in the Crusaders was the right move, seeing this position here. Since Zangy has a lot of ways to shut down your combo.
So they're going to do that. So what's the best thing for Zangy to top deck here?
Apostle,
Uh,
because then you just pop their construct and get in for a ton of damage.
don't you still have to deal with the things on board? I guess that's fine. You're just hoping your opponent doesn't flip too much powerful stuff, right?
Yeah, I guess. Emissary can also like guarantee a Jajin here, which is like pretty big.
Does what does June do? You sack Iron Warden, but distribute its counters, and then
Yeah, you stack Iron Warden, but it's counters on the construct, and then you have Jajin, which is massive.
well, it's only a 6/6.
I love how we're saying only because this construct is going to be like a 10/10 or something. Do you zero mechanists here? Surely not.
Of course not. Why would you make a 1/1?
Okay, but the logic with that is you can go Center of Culture, Soul Synth, Pass, or Blackwell's Edge, give both people a data point, use the data point to go into Forge to discard a card, make another construct.
Is that?
Mm.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's also a plan that you can go
But
for.
then, like, you can still just minus Mechanist anyway, so I don't know.
Yeah, I would. Well, Light's definitely thinking about it.
Yeah, I think this is a really hard position here. There's just too many options. Do you go for Blackwell's Edge? Do you go for Soul Synth? Do you minus or zero Mechanist?
Wait. Now that I think about it, why does Mechanist look at 6 cards? Don't most Planeswalkers only look at like around 4 to 5 cards on a minus on 3 mana? I think like there's definitely a lot of knobs that can be turned if Council really wants to nerf this. Oh, they decide to zero
Yeah, I
here.
think I have to go now for a bit.
Okay, sure.
I'll see
Bye,
you
Ange.
later.
So Lai decides to zero Mechanist, which was not the play we expected. But I mean, I guess that could just be the safe play here. Construct becomes a 7/7, which outsizes Jejun. I'm not sure how willing Zangy is to chump block here, because like if they want to be fetching with Profane Emissary, they can't really afford to be taking too many 7/7 constructs. That's an 8/8 construct now. And that's going to be a 9/9 construct. I think they can't afford to not chump now. I mean, I guess they can afford to take one hit from this thing just to set up their board state for next turn. What? So they take here, go down to 5. Profane Emissary fetches Shinrei. I wonder what Shinrei tricks Zane can pull right now. I guess like they need to get Persecutor through. Okay, yeah, they are going to Profane for something right now. They could actually get. Oh yeah, they get a second Persec. That. So Zane goes down to 1, but that draws Zane a lot of cards. But I'm not sure if that's enough to stop the construct from going nuts. Actually, it might be. It just might be enough. Like you bring back Marilla, you brought 2 cards. You hope to flip into at least one more 1-drop so that you can get Persecutor triggers on the opponent's turn. Yeah, I think that's definitely a game plan. And even in the worst case scenario, you still get to chump with these guys. So then that's Marilla, and that's not. Those are some pretty bad draws off the Persecutors. Yeah, Zangy definitely needs to find something to do. They can't really afford to get another or actually if life swings out, chump block, like Zangy goes up to 5 life after blocking with Profane, and then could try to fetch another Persecute. How many more Persecutors do they have? Let me check their deck. They have 3 Persecutors in the deck, assuming that Zane didn't board any out. So like, yeah, if life swings out, Zane does get to just fetch another Persecutor next turn and try to go for this thing again. And like, Zane does this to get to go full chumps. Oh, that's another Ubista Forge. And like, can I just comfortably minus Mechanics here to find cards to play? Yeah, the game's turning really bad for Zangy, but like, if Zangy manages to finally get something good, like they could flip a bunch of Aberrant Apostles off the Persecutor. Like they just need to go nuts with those 2 cards, and that would be quite good for them. And besides that, like Zangy has the ability to Jejun and use it to try to gain life off blocks. Zangy doesn't have infinite chumps, but like they do have enough chumps to not die this turn. So I guess we'll just see what happens. And Zangy swings with both constructs, which yeah, they don't want to life swings with both construct, which makes sense because they don't want Zangy getting free life off the Profane Emissary blocks. Zangy is just going to chump here and distribute some counters after Iron Warden dies. They're going to Lai is going to sack the 1/1 with the Vial, which actually reduces the size of the constructs. Not that it really matters right now. And that's a Mechanical Mind researcher. So like can just start putting more things on board. I think at some point, Zangy will just be forced to get Jejune out just as a way to gain 6 life. But for now, it's like, yeah, I don't think they really have an opportunity to do that right now. And Lai's going to keep making 1-1s. I mean, that's an interesting and they're just going to go wide because 1 damage is enough to kill Zangy. So yeah, just going wide, I guess, works here. So Zangy's staring down a big wall of creatures. I mean, like, if Zangy finds something good off the top, they still have a chance, sort of, but like, they're definitely not in a good spot. So this top deck is make or break, and that's not, yeah, that's just GG now. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Zangy can hardcast a June, and that is a blocker. I think Zangy is kind of forced to just play out Jejune right now. They don't really have any better options. It's the only thing that doesn't lets them survive the turn by jumping with the entire board, but then that just leaves Zangy in a really bad position afterwards, and I think the game's probably over at this point. Oh, they pass. How does Zangy survive the turn? Oh, I mean, I guess they Profane MS Raid is going to gain some life, so they can just full chump on the big guys and let the 1 damage go through, but that clears Zangy's board, and I think that's probably game. What is Zangy planning here? And I guess they can activate Sully's Citadel end of turn. Oh wait, Sully's Citadel actually gives Zangy a decent number of chump blockers. Yeah, that actually works out somehow. They would need to chump with at least 1 thing, and that's another Bista Forge from Lai. Lai is drawing all their Bista Forges. Citadel or Sully's Citadel can only make 2 guys at this point. Or, I mean, yeah, it makes 2 guys. I guess that's enough to chump for a turn. Zangy does need to throw away their Silent Hypnotist and hope the opponent doesn't have Reshaper, but at this point, like, yeah, that's kind of a foregone conclusion. So Zangy does get to full chump this turn, so they even go up to 5. Unfortunately, they don't have Profane Emissary around to fetch the second Persecutor. I mean, they could have actually just, they technically could have jumped with 1 Persecutors and then used Profane to fetch the other, or no, they needed to block with Profane in order to gain life, so that play would not have worked out. But I mean, like, Zangy can top deck another Persecutor, and then that allows Zangy to get back Profane Emissary and draw 3 cards, and maybe that finds Zangy another creature to put out with Monument, and that might be enough to at least stabilize. Oh, Lai finds Dead Man's Hand, so they could just crack Soul Synth here and try to dig for Dimensional Reshaper, and if they do get that, then it's game over, because that's the full combo. Oh, that is yep, that's game. Well, I mean, at least Zangy actually put up a pretty good showing here. I mean, it's a bit unfortunate that the Persecutors just drew blanks for Zangy, but like, I guess Zangy couldn't really, unless Zangy flipped into another, no, if Zangy drew more chump blockers, then they wouldn't need to trade away, or they wouldn't need to chump a Silent Hypnotist, which means that Lai couldn't have gone for a Dimensional Reshaper win. So yeah, that does end up mattering. I guess that's why you don't put too many Conspiracy of Ravens into your deck that requires you to have 2 drops flying around. Though I assume like you probably boarded out all the removal, so there wasn't actually that much. Like I don't think you were actually going down in density when you did that. So I guess it's just unfortunate. Actually, yeah, the worst part about holding blanks with Monument, or holding blanks in hand while you have Monuments up, is that the opponent still has to play super slowly. So it's extra agonizing when you realize that your opponent is about to win and there's nothing you can do about it, because you still have to K your opponent every time. I mean, I guess you could just say you can just F6, but then that just reveals to your opponent that you have absolutely nothing. So then if your opponent doesn't have the combo, then you just revealed a bunch of information that you didn't need to. So, but yeah, the game's over. So that means that Lai has won the GP with Dimensional Reshaper combo, which was the deck that won a previous GP and got some nerfs. So I wonder if this deck needs to be hit again. Yeah, I suppose, like, yeah, I mean, like I mentioned before, Tinker's Tools, I should put this in chat. What is it? Do I have the wrong name for that card? Tinker's Tools, okay. But yeah, like, Tinker's Tools probably should be sorcery speed, all things considered, because, like, I don't think we usually get instant speed pod effects these days. Yeah, I'm not just saying that because I'm salty that Unbound Expanse got nerfed to sorcery speed only. You know, I should put this in chat. But yeah, so that was the GP. I wasn't paying that much attention during the GP, so I didn't really know what was going on. Like I was just playing my own games. Who's there? Ange?
I'm back.
Oh yeah, the game's
Oh,
over now.
the game's over.
Yep.
So what happened in game 2?
Zangy drew 0 2-drops off their 2 persecutors.
Damn.
Yeah, I know, right?
Did
Rough.
Lit just beat down, or did they remove it somehow in combo?
So actually, I can probably bring up the replays right now. Tab replay. Yeah. So Lai drew a bunch of Ubista Forges in a row and had like 4 10-10
Okay.
constructs beating down, and then Zhang was forced to chump away their whole board, and then Lai just Dimensional Reshaper comboed because the Silent Hypnotist was dead.
Yeah.
Yep, happens.
Yeah, I feel bad for Zangy there, but I guess it happens.
Wait, why am I feeling bad for Zhang? I should be. I'm technically on Lai's side because.
Well, I mean, look, I like Lai. I want Reshaper to win, but you know, it also kind of sucks that that's how the game plays out. You know.
Yeah. We wanted a game 3 so we could have more content. That's why we're sad, right?
True. And then I could have actually commentated for more instead of just having to go then reappearing.
Yeah. But anyways, so that concludes the GP. So yeah. By the way, guys, there's a new Cockroach version. Please download the new Cockroach version, even though there's a bunch of bugs. Just because new is always better, right, guys? Maybe you can actually report the bugs for us. So I mean, that would be helpful. Thank you very much.
And you can switch to the beta versions that are even more buggy.
Oh yeah. Remember the second most recent beta version that literally just didn't work for half the people because.
Did that get fixed?
Yes, it did. The new beta version
Okay, good.
The new beta version just removes the automatic updating or the automatic syncing of the video deck storage because apparently that was causing the Windows to not work.
I don't know. There were just like, for me, it's just like 100 windows appear then immediately close, and then I just have to wait for like a few seconds. But for some people, apparently they had like thousands of decks, and it was like there for like 5 minutes.
Wait, now I think about it, I think that was also before we fixed the memory leak. So maybe the memory leak actually made things worse because the Firewatcher would like automatically try to reload the visual deck storage, which would leak all of the loaded deck's memory every time you try to reload it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, Squeak says, I have mixed feelings about my decision.
Oh wait, no one made commentary. Yeah, maybe times would have been around.
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
They made commentary for semifinals.
Wait, was there commentary for semifinals? Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did, but I was away, so I couldn't commentate.
I couldn't either.
But yeah, that's enough off-topicing. So I think with that, we can probably call it here, and we'll see you next GP.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.